This is the first video that I'm doing on a series of videos all about astrology. I'm going to try to make them as simple as possible because astrology is a very uh, complex topic with a lot of different parts. So if you're interested in learning more, please leave comments on any questions you have and I will address them as I see them coming. So today we're going to talk about what a birth chart or natal chart is, which means the same thing, and a little bit more about what understanding your natal chart how it can help improve your personal development, learning about yourself, your own awareness, and things like that. So a birth chart is the placement of the planets the moment you took your first breath. So the moment you were born, it's like a snapshot of like a picture in the sky of what everything looked like when you were born. So you do need to have the location you were born in, your birth date, and the time of birth uh, in order to get a really detailed reading. Now you can get your chart read without the time, but some things wouldn't be specific. So it is really important. There is ways to kind of figure that out, plotting certain things and asking a bunch of questions, but it is a lot better to just figure out your birth time. So what I see this chart as, it kind of looks like a pie. It is round and it is split up into 12 sections or houses. That's what it's known as. And these houses represent different fields of life experience. For example, it covers everything: your personal identity, your values, your relationship with your birth family and with your uh, chosen family, soulmate energy. It also talks about dating and children and even neighbors and your career, spirituality, everything. Everything is covered in those 12 different houses. And the placement of the planets within those houses will show how much just planetary energy you have in that area. What's more of a focus point for you, how you can kind of balance yourself out if you have too much energy in one spot of your chart. And it also covers how you interact with people, how you communicate with people, how you love, how you feel those emotions, and your deep wounds. It just covers everything. So it's very interesting if you start diving into your personal chart and start becoming aware of the patterns that you see, uh, especially in like the people that you interact with, or maybe the relationships that you have. They all are trying to teach you a lesson. And if you ever find yourself in a cycle, like, oh, I keep attracting the same type of people, or why does this keep happening to me, or why, these jobs keep, some kind of cycle is what I'm trying to say, then once you understand your birth chart, you can see why that energy keeps showing up and you can work around it. I'm pretty sure you've all heard of your horoscope, or maybe if you were like me and grew up reading your the little astrology or horoscope blurbs on newspapers or magazines, or even like segments on the news. I personally would always wonder, how is everybody, every Virgo, experiencing the same thing or going to have the same kind of day? But it would excite me to hear or read about it because they were always pretty spot on. And I'm curious to hear in the comments if when your interest for astrology or your horoscopes, or how you related to reading those, if you ever did. But it's it's not realistic, or really true at all, to assume that everybody in this planet, in this world, is divided into these 12 different zodiac signs. So what these horoscopes are actually showing or talking about, is your sun sign, which is the most common sign. It's based on, yeah, your birth time. Right now in the time of this video, we're in Scorpio season, so people born towards the end of October up until the end of November are Scorpio, and that's your sun sign. Or those born between August and September are Virgos, and things like that. So it's just one little section of your overall chart. And we all have these 12 zodiac signs in a unique kind of mixture within our chart. When we are when we are born, this chart really represents the energy, the planetary energies that are in our favor, or some against us. It does show the highs and lows, is what I call it, because there is no sign that is all good or all bad. There really is no such thing as good or bad. It's just low or high sides of a sign. And if you are experiencing the low side of a sign, like the what we would see as negative aspects, for example, Virgo, the negative aspects would be we're overcritical to ourselves, perfectionists. Perfectionists, we can fall into self critical victim mode, things like that. But knowing that you have just as much of that energy to flip it up and show the high sides of any sign, the high sides for Virgo being of service to other people, being really focused on your health and your wellness, and being very analytical and attention to detail, things like that, very organized and structured and grounded. So, you can kind of see where you're at and know that you can flip the script and start embracing the positive sides of those signs or whatever area that you are struggling with. But that's basically what a birth chart is and how it can help you with your self-awareness and awareness of your partners and how you interact with other people, so that you can make a choice, because at the end of the day we still have free will. This is just like if you imagine yourself floating on a river, right? And the stream is like these energetic or planetary planetary energies. You can either go with the flow and embrace these energies, work with them in your favor, or you can try to swim against it and run into a lot of challenges and difficulties. So at the end of the day, yes, you can choose, but with this awareness, you can see what kind of path you want to take and see how it could benefit you. So like I mentioned, I will be doing little videos I'm trying to keep them around 10 minutes long, every week. I'll be posting them to my IGTV and then making another one for YouTube and Facebook. And I will be hopping on live as well, certain evenings, so that I can answer any questions or just have more of a conversation where hopefully if anybody hops on, we can talk a little bit about it and see what your experiences are or what you would be more interested in learning, so that I can create these videos for you and additional resources like free guides and things like that for you to know how to work with these energies. So I would love to hear your thoughts, and also leave in the comments what is your sun sign, and if you know what your moon sign and rising sign are, you can pop them in there as well. I will be talking more about those in detail as well. So have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.